When I visited the French Riviera in October, there were 3 artists whose work I was very excited to see. I was based in Nice for a few days, and this is where you'll find the fabulous Chagall Museum. It's about a half-hour walk from Nice's train station, and you'll pass some beautiful buildings which you might not notice if you take the bus. And there are plenty of indications that you're going the right way. The museum is set in tranquil grounds and was built in the 1950s for the purpose of housing Marc Chagall's work, and is home to the largest number of his paintings in the world. Soon after entering, you're greeted by what has to be one of the most impressive rooms in Nice, with enormous paintings showing scenes from Genesis and Exodus. The brilliant blues, reds, greens and yellows are so striking, with their floating figures that hover somewhere between earth and heaven. And this room, with 5 glorious paintings inspired by the Song of Songs. There are countless depictions of love, with couples warmly embracing. And interwoven the natural world and the most lovable and characterful creatures, which often include farm animals like cows, goats and chickens. The museum houses an auditorium showing a film about Chagall's life and work. It's where you'll find Chagall's painted harpsichord and stunning stained glass windows in vivid blues. We're moving to Cannes now to visit the Bonnard Museum in nearby Le Cannet. I caught the bus from near the train station and saved myself a 40-minute walk. It stops outside the museum, and I caught it back into Cannes for a day's exploration afterwards. An elevator takes you up to the 5th floor, where you'll see work by Bonnard's contemporaries, as well as views out to the coast. And what an unexpected treat it was to see works by Cézanne, Renoir, Picasso, Matisse, Degas, and Monet, amongst others. Known as the painter of happiness, Pierre Bonnard spent the last 20 years of his life in Le Cannet, having discovered his love of the French Riviera during many visits over the years. And you'll find many depictions of domestic life, with tablescapes, animals, and views from his home. Cagnes-sur-Mer is the next destination, and I very nearly didn't make it to the Renoir Museum. It was dark and raining, and the walk from the train station wasn't the prettiest. But as soon as I entered the grounds with the lovely olive trees, I was so glad I'd come. Pierre-Auguste Renoir spent the last 12 years of his life here, having bought the land in order to save the olive trees which were under threat. And they framed the view of the hilltop town of Haute-de-Cannes so beautifully, making a scene he loved to paint. His outdoor studio provided protection from the elements as he painted scenes of his beloved garden, despite suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. The house has marvellous views towards the coast, although I think the view might have changed a little over the years with all the new developments. But the windows and balconies all celebrate the surrounding olive trees. As you enter, you'll see the wonderful sculpture Renoir created with Richard Guinaud. And there are stunning pieces of art by other members of the talented Renoir family. The studio in the house was particularly moving, showing a film and paintings of Renoir at work here. And the collection of Renoir's work was wonderful, a not to be missed treat if you're in the area. Thank you so much for joining me on my trip to the French Riviera. This area is full of galleries showcasing some of the best art in the world. I wish I'd had more time to see the Picasso Museum and the Matisse Gallery too. But you have to leave something to look forward to next time, don't you?